The agonizing wait for a game can be frustrating for players, especially if a studio is tight-lipped on its development. Impatience sets in, and any glimpse of the game prior to official announcement becomes a tempting proposition. However, leaks are a double-edged sword. Do they really serve a beneficial purpose for gamers? Sites of shaky early builds do nothing but whip up a frenzy, something we've seen very recently with the GTA 6 leaks. Grand Theft Auto 6. Kicking things off is the megaton mushroom cloud of gaming leaks, the recent early build gameplay footage for Rockstar's much-anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6 unleashing onto the world. The leak's array of video snippets, of which there's reportedly 90 now in the wild, weren't just minor fluff or artistic sketches. No, not only did these leaks confirm some of what we already strongly suspected, the game's Vice City setting and playable female player character, but they also showed mission footage and new gameplay mechanics in detail too. Worth a reminder is these vids are early builds of the game, and Rockstar likely have a way to go before releasing the finished article. So, one wonders the point. The notoriety, if that's what the alleged 17-year-old hacker wanted to achieve, is fruitless, as they'll likely be hit with a massive fine or jail time. Capcom's ransomware leak. We all know Capcom is a monolithic, gargantuan company with mountains worth of digital data alongside information on upcoming titles nestled inside their servers. So, when they were victims of a company-wide hack in 2020, it wasn't just their unannounced titles that spilled into the world. Personal employee information and financial records were part of a devastating leak for the company. Games-wise, the release schedules for the at-the-time unannounced Street Fighter 6 and others were made public, alongside a slurry of other Resident Evil updates, including Resident Evil Village's release window. The only saving grace, aside from customer payment details remaining hidden, is that we already knew these games would be on the way, despite no official word from Capcom at the time. Street Fighter 6 Summer 2022 leak. Poor Capcom can't catch a break. Just a few weeks ago, arguably their most anticipated upcoming title, Street Fighter 6, was enjoying the limelight. Its teaser trailer, occupying a high-profile slot in June's PlayStation State of Play, revealed exciting new gameplay features, including a surprising new adventure mode. What wasn't a part of Capcom's marketing effort was for the game's starting roster of 22 characters to be known, yet that's exactly what overshadowed their drip-feeding of Street Fighter 6 info thanks to leakers. Capcom quickly acknowledged the leaks, all but confirming their authenticity, which annoyingly resulted in commenters decrying the roster if their favourite character wasn't there. GeForce Now backend leak. Nvidia's cloud-based streaming service suffered a rupture of gargantuan proportions in September 2021 when a plucky hacker managed to lift the entire list of games coming to their platform straight out of their back pocket, embarrassing the company and impacting dozens of developers and publishers. Most of these games hadn't been announced for the platform yet. Judgment and Lost Judgment, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, or GTA's remastered trilogy, for instance. Some games haven't even been released yet, Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6 included. Perhaps most significant was the bevy of Sony-oriented titles, such as God of War and Returnal, as despite Sony releasing more of their PlayStation titles to PC of late, there's always a question mark as to if and when their games will make it to Windows. Mass Effect 3. A game's details prematurely leaking to the masses isn't always the work of some nefarious hacker. No, in Mass Effect 3's case, it was an internal bumble. In 2011, a Microsoft employee took a beta build of the game and accidentally uploaded it to Xbox Live. A kerfuffle indeed, with BioWare swiftly taking action to remove the build, but alas, not before tons of players had already downloaded and played through it, discovering new play modes along the way. Most frustratingly for BioWare though, pesky hackers looted a document detailing a lengthy story breakdown for Mass Effect's third entry from this beta version. All BioWare could do was acknowledge these story files were released, whilst claiming they weren't indicative of the finished game. Still, they urged fans not to read them anyway. Fallout 4. Like BioWare's experience with Mass Effect 3, Fallout 4's development cycle was beset by internal wrangling thanks to Bethesda employees leaking, accidentally or otherwise, key information surrounding the game a full 2 years before it was due for release. First, a post on Reddit revealed the game's Boston setting. A leak later confirmed by information shared anonymously to notorious lid-lifting journalist Jason Schreier, alongside casting notes which confirmed Fallout 4's player character would be voice-acted, the first in a Fallout title to be so. Fans were wary and excited in equal measure, with Bethesda blacklisting Kotaku for posting their news reporter Schreier's story. Red Dead Redemption 2. Almost the entirety of Red Dead Redemption 2's development cycle was beset with leakage. The game came out in 2018, but the leaks date back as far as 2013. The first of note, in November 2013, comes from a graphical engineer who claimed to be working with Rockstar on the next version of their famous IP. Although never verified, 2016's map leak certainly proved to be true. And yep, if you weren't aware, the bulk of Red Dead Redemption 2's map encompassing New Hanover, West Elizabeth, and Amberino first appeared a full 2.5 years before the game came out proper, and 6 months before Rockstar officially announced the title too. Half-Life 2's playable beta. Lovingly dubbed Half-Life 2 Beta, or Half-Life 2 Alpha, or simply the Half-Life 2 leak, the playable version of Half-Life 2, which leaked in 2003, was stylistically and aesthetically different to the final release version. For starters, City 17 was a distinctly East Coast USA city, with perhaps even a Gotham City vibe to support its Orwellian dystopia. Story beats varied, with enemy types present that were cut from the final product. In truth, calling the leaked version a beta is slightly misleading, as it encompassed a raft of different stages in Half-Life 2's development cycle, and as a result, was as interesting as it was creaky and unstable to play. Dishonored 2. More embarrassment for Bethesda. During a live stream rehearsal for their impending E3 press conference over on their Twitch channel circa July 2015, Bethesda accidentally left the sound turned on a little too long. Instead of shutting mics off, staff, together with Arcane Studios president Ralph Colantonio, were broadcast broadly chatting about a game set to be revealed at the conference. The presence of Arcane's president was enough inference to surmise Dishonored 2's announcement was pending. Seems such a silly mistake to make, or maybe it was deliberate, who knows. Walmart Canada.
Starting with a game that we announced a few weeks ago through our friends at Walmart Canada. Perhaps best known for their low prices and ability to keep a secret.
On the run-up to E3, video game retailers will obviously get the inside track of the games set to be announced, giving them ample time to load placeholders onto their e-commerce websites. Well, all it takes is for someone to accidentally click the wrong button and all those placeholders go live, which is exactly what Walmart Canada did in 2018. Whoopsie indeed. Their website prematurely went live with pre-orders for previously unannounced titles, including Rage 2, Forza Horizon 4, and Borderlands 3, which strangely wasn't even announced until the following year.
So what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.